From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for The Debate.
Good evening, thanks for joining us on The Debate. As we beam to you today from our Republic studios, our editor-in-chief Arnab Goswami is spending his sixth night in the Taloja jail. His crime is that he spoke truth to power. His crime is that he did not bend in front of a state machinery and put citizens first. His crime is that from the Palghar case in April to the Sushant Singh Rajput case over the last few months to the Shaheen Bagh coverage, he spoke for India. Now his crime is that he said nationalism first, nation first, no compromise.
The Bombay High Court today in a verdict rejected his bail plea. The Honourable Court said, the Sessions Court will decide the matter. We remain undeterred. We remain resolute and we remain certain that justice will be done. The logical conclusion to this campaign of vendetta will be reached and our constitution will prevail.
Ladies and gentlemen, our editor-in-chief Arnab Goswami anchored from these very studios every day, 9 p.m. for you. He questioned scamsters, he stung writers, he took VVIP racism. He debate justice till the very end, whether in Unnao or in Kathua. He stood against triple talaq, he stood for our forces day after day. He stood for an integrated India, and today, we here are fighting for him. Our fight is in the courts and in the courts of public opinion, ladies and gentlemen.
You are our strength, you are our pillar of support, you are the foundation that keeps the Fourth Estate going. And we will always be your voice. As we speak, more than 2 million of you have said #India with Arnab. You have rode from 217 regions across the world. You have taken to the streets in over 10 cities just today. You have written petitions and signed them. We thank you for your support. The nation is with Arnab, and we will march on together collectively and unitedly till justice is done.
And here are the headlines this evening on The Debate. Okay, and the two big debates on the show. It's an unstoppable movement for justice, city after city, country after country where visuals are coming in. Of the support globally for Arnab, as we continue to fight for him. Sixth consecutive day he will spend his night in jail in custody. The legal battle for Arnab, we discussed that with top lawyers. That's coming up at 10 p.m. Here are the headlines. Two-judge bench in Bombay High Court denies relief to Arnab Goswami. The bail plea will now be heard in the Sessions Court.
Arnab Goswami to spend another night at Taloja jail with hardened criminals as he continues to remain in custody.
Assaulted with a policeman's boots, deep gash on his arm, injury on the spinal cord, details of torture shock India.
Two letters to the Chief Justice of India urge the Supreme Court to intervene and protect civil liberties.
From the Jantar Mantar to Patna to Bengaluru, the nation speaking in one voice to release Arnab Goswami.
And the fight for justice has transcended borders. Indians across the world join hands to fight for Arnab Goswami.
Ladies and gentlemen, with Bombay High Court denying bail to Arnab Goswami, there was no interim relief that was given to the Republic Media Network editor-in-chief and managing director Arnab Goswami. He spent over 133 hours in jail and counting. The campaign for justice has propelled into a larger global movement, one that the powers that be didn't anticipate.
From California to Guwahati, there is only one demand: release Arnab Goswami. Here's how the fight for justice is now a revolution, and then we debate.
A little after 3 p.m. this evening, the Bombay High Court pronounced its order. The court refused to give interim relief to Arnab Goswami, who has already spent 5 nights in judicial custody.
As we are speaking, the Bombay High Court has refused interim relief. This is in connection with the abetment to suicide case. The bench had assembled. The interim application stands rejected.
However, the order has failed to deflate the spirit of the common man who is leading a fight against injustice. From New Delhi,
पोस्टर्स देखिए किस तरीके से ये लोग आज यहाँ पे इकट्ठे हो गए हैं और सिर्फ एक चीज मांग रहे हैं, हमारे एडिटर इन चीफ अर्नब गोस्वामी की रिहाई.
to Bengaluru.
These are the volunteers who are joining in Freedom Park and expressing their solidarity with Arnab Goswami.
Arnab fights always behind the truth. We are with the truth. Please release Arnab immediately.
From Jodhpur,
अगर 4 महीने तक भी हमें संघर्ष करना पड़ा तो हम पीछे नहीं हटेंगे. जब तक अर्नब गोस्वामी बाहर नहीं आएगा तब तक हमारा संघर्ष जारी रहेगा.
to Arnab's hometown Guwahati.
आप सत्य की आवाज को नहीं दबा सकते. अर्नब गोस्वामी आसाम का बेटा नहीं है, पूरा हिंदुस्तान का बेटा है. हम लोग पूरा हिंदुस्तानियों एक साथ में है.
The demand to release Arnab is growing into a deafening chorus. Not just within India but across borders, regions and continents.
Think positive and just keep focus on one moment when he will be released out of jail and we all will be celebrating.
Very recently I had seen one of Arnab's snippets where he says, "I'm alone, I stand alone." So today I want to tell you, Arnab, you're not alone. The whole world is with you.
Free Arnab now. We need our hero. Arnab, we are with you.
आमचा support.
Arnab Sobar!
आमचा support.
Arnab Sobar!
And not just on the streets, but supporters have also taken to video conferencing to organize digital protests.
आज हम सबकी मान की बात आपको सुनना पड़ेगा. प्लीज रिलीज अर्नब, प्लीज. आई मीन क्यों एक बंदे को अंदर एक जिस तरह लेके जाया जा रहा है. आई कैन नॉट इवन लुक एट द स्क्रीन और वो बोल रहा है कि उसकी जिंदगी को थ्रेट है. प्लीज हेल्प अस, प्लीज हेल्प हिम, प्लीज प्लीज.
The sentiment on the ground is clear. People want Arnab Goswami released. And they are not ready to back down until he's back to doing what he does best. Fight for justice, fight for the truth, and be the voice of the people. Let's debate.
Joining us first up on the debate on Arnab's show this evening is Baijayant Panda, who's the National Vice President of the BJP. Thank you, Mr. Panda, for joining us. First of all, you are not, this is not something that is new to you. You've seen it happen. And in fact, we have covered all of what happened with OTV in the last couple of weeks, especially. And look at the manner in which all of this has unfolded, Mr. Panda, and you have spoken out in the last few weeks. Look at what's happened, right? You know, these guys like to use the word chronology, right? It started on the 8th of October. And since then, a series of fake cases. Before they dragged Arnab out of his house, they assaulted him, they attacked him, they targeted his family. They filed an FIR against his wife and son, even though visuals tell you the different story of what really happened there. In fact, we were all eyewitness to what happened there. Humiliated, put in a black van, moved from one jail to another. Another fake case, another guise used to sort of move him from, a COVID center to the Taloja jail. What's going on, Mr. Panda?
You know, I must tell you that I was very disappointed to see that the court had denied bail to Arnab Goswami again. In fact, quite shocked, because we have seen courts in India open up in the middle of the night to grant bail to leftist activists. We have seen courts decide that bail is the norm and denial of bail has to be in extraordinary circumstances. And here was a case where you've seen multiple cases being filed one after the other in a clear attempt to harass. The whole country has noticed that on the screens in every home. And Arnab Goswami was not defying the law. He was not trying to evade the law. We have all seen multiple times when summons were issued, he has gone and spent day after day at police headquarters, police stations. So he's not a hardened criminal who's going to run away. So it defies all reason, it defies logic. The only answer is that there is a state government that is dedicated to harassing him, to teaching him a lesson because he speaks uncomfortable truths. Now, I want to say this, that because a man loudly speaks uncomfortable truths, it may be uncomfortable to people, some people may think it's obnoxious, but that is allowed in our constitution. And to treat him like this is absolutely unconscionable. And you're right, other state governments, regional parties are picking up on these ideas. In Odisha, they're doing it to OTV, with which I have a family connection. Arresting people with fake cases after fake cases. The country, and we have seen today all over the country and in the diaspora across the world, people demanding Arnab's release. And that is something that the powers that be must listen to.
Yeah. Mr. Panda, I would like to ask you this question. We know what's been happening in the courts. We know what's been happening in the courts, but I come to you with a more personal question. And that question is, in the attempt to go after Arnab Goswami, in an attempt to shut down the Republic Media Network, there is a state government that is going after at least 2,000 Indian citizens. Now, why do I say 2,000 Indian citizens? Because there are 1,000 journalists whom they've gone after. 1,000 journalists have their families who day after day, night after night are facing this kind of mental agony because they're directly and indirectly involved with this one man. So here we are talking about 2,000 Indian citizens, hardworking, tax-paying citizens who do their jobs honestly. From the city of Mumbai to the city of Delhi to bureaus all across the country. Where does my right as a journalist stand today? As an honest, tax-paying, hardworking citizen, I want to question the government and I want to respectfully question the institutions of this country. Are they not seeing the agony of 2,000 Indian citizens or even more?
And these 2,000 Indian citizens are not just journalists. As journalists, of course, you are bringing to daylight, shining the light on all kinds of uncomfortable truths. But as Indian citizens, as people who are gainfully employed, the country and the state has a right to protect your means of livelihood and to be fair to you and not to target you and harass you like this when there is absolutely no reason for arrest, when absolutely no reason for this kind of lumping together with hardened criminals where there is a real threat to his life. We know the influence of the underworld in Mumbai. We know the influence of the underworld in Bollywood, which Arnab has taken on so much. Now, these are factors that must be considered. The truth is not hidden to anybody, and there will be consequences. Now, democracy can sometimes be slow, and the federal nature of our constitution means sometimes local authorities can get away with this kind of behavior, but it cannot happen forever. And those police officers who are behaving like mafia enforcers must realize that every dog has his day, and these establishments which you serve in a personal capacity, they change. Tomorrow there will be somebody else in government in the state, and there will be consequences. They must keep this in mind. As I said, democracy may be slow, but ultimately the truth will win over. And people who are abusing the system, people who are misusing their powers, who are betraying the constitution, they will have to pay for it.
Yeah. Absolutely, Mr. Panda, but you're also the national vice president of the BJP, sir. You are a politician at core. And then politics is at it. It is not only about institutions, it is also about the Maharashtra government. You can see through the dirty politics which is on here, sir, only because Arnab asked questions. Only because Arnab from Palghar to those points were raised which have embarrassed the present political dispensation in that state. That is the only reason, sir. And you yourself are a politician.
I think you have hit upon a very important point here. You know, you see the real irony, and I hope your millions of viewers are dwelling on this, because it is ironic that for so many years, the largely left liberal media, the leftist activists, they have attacked the BJP. They have attacked the Modi government without any basis, making these kind of false allegations. Yeah. And yet, when one of theirs is blatantly doing this to a journalist, none of them is speaking up. They are not speaking out. Now, on the other hand, BJP members throughout the country have protested. Today, you are seeing average Indians all over the country protesting, and overseas Indians protesting wherever they live in other countries. But BJP members have protested, have spoken out very loudly, have made our anger and frustration very, very loud and clear. Let me again point out that as a party, we do not stand for this kind of harassment which we are seeing in Maharashtra against Arnab and Republic, or whether it is OTV, where similar people are being arrested from a TV channel and being compelled to resign while in jail awaiting bail. This will not last for long.
Similar tactics.
But as I said before, democracy takes time, but rest assured there will be consequences for this kind of behavior.
Let's see where it goes, because we will keep fighting. Mr. Panda, appreciate you joining us. Okay, Aishwar, Abhishek, I thought we'll just open it up and bring in the others, because Dr. Sambit Patra, Smita Prakash, Mohandas Pai, Ranjana Kumari, General G.D. Bakshi, K.K. Manan, Dr. Ranjit Sandhu, Jagdish Sawani, who's joining us live from New York, and Neil Banerjee from the Silicon Valley. Ranjit Sandhu is joining us live from London. Abhishek, I'll take one question and then you can come in. I want to start with Smita Prakash first, because she's a fellow journalist and she's been watching everything that's going on, and then we can go across to Mohandas Pai because he has to leave at 9:30. Smita, as a journalist, simply as a journalist, you know, you've been witness to everything about Republic, the Republic story. You've seen Republic, you've been a part of our story, you've witnessed every step of our growth story. And today, when you look at those pictures of Arnab shouting, screaming for help, pleading the courts to intervene, now, you know, I can't tell you what's going on in all of our minds and hearts, and how, you know, we're not just disturbed, we're more motivated, and we are at war. But when you look at those pictures, I want to ask you as a journalist, the thoughts on your mind.
It's very disturbing, extremely disturbing and disheartening. You know, for many of us journalists, the Constitution is our holy book. Our rights are enshrined out there, and it's our kavach, it's our Kevlar suit, and Arnab is wearing that now. So to all in the team, including you four anchors, you know, we can only hope that this holy book of ours in this democracy, which is the Constitution, it protects all of us. It protects Arnab too, because, you know, there might be thousands who might disagree with Arnab's journalism. There might be millions out there who are supporting him and who are speaking out. You're running these visuals for the past 6 days that Arnab has been in jail, in incarceration. Millions praying for him, hoping that, you know, better sense prevails and he gets his interim relief. He comes out and he continues the good fight. You may not agree with his journalism, but, you know, regardless of the bouquets or the brickbats that Arnab gets, he fights on. He does his journalism, and whether you like it or not, that journalism is appreciated by the people of this country. If it wasn't, he wouldn't have the viewers. So, you know, the fact is that there are many in this country who say that they are unbiased and they are neutral. Arnab never says that. Arnab is very clear that he might be controversial, but he never claims to be neutral. He is not a hypocrite. He wears his biases clearly on his sleeve and he takes a stand, and people appreciate him for that. So just because his journalism is not the kind of journalism that India was used to for decades, which is naqab pe naqab pe naqab, you know, so you wear so many veils and then you pretend that that hypocrisy doesn't exist. Arnab did not practice that kind of journalism, and he will not practice that kind of journalism. So let's wait and hope that justice prevails and he's able to come out, get interim relief soon enough, and comes back to the studios. And do invite me for the first day that he's on air.
Of course.
Definitely. Well, Smita Prakash, you mentioned about Arnab wearing a Kevlar suit of the Constitution of India, but there's something called armor-piercing ammunition, and that is abuse of state power, abuse of law. Mohandas Pai, you think what degree of abuse of state power we are seeing in the manner in which Arnab is being handled?
This is gross abuse of state power, unheard of. The only last time we saw it was when the emergency happened. I remember when the emergency happened, everybody was rounded up. And when the emergency happened, Indian media was asked to go prostrated. And that is what Indian media is doing right now, with shameful conduct in the rest of Indian media, that they're not standing up for Arnab Goswami, who is fighting for the citizens of this country because of sheer jealousy. I remember a New Delhi television channel, when they got an income tax demand, one of their leaders went public, had a press conference and said, freedom of expression is being assaulted because of an income tax demand. And then we had another journalist, senior journalist, right yesterday or day before, to say the case against Arnab is not about freedom of expression. It's about freedom of expression. Why is the case being opened? The case is being reopened after being shut on a silly complaint, primarily because Arnab is been talking to power. And this senior journalist has the gall to say this is not about freedom of expression. I mean, India, this is a shameful conduct of the Indian media all through, and they must remember that if they don't stand to protect one of their own, how much ever you may agree or disagree, what is the future for you? Tomorrow when they go after you, there'll be nobody standing for you. I have never seen the people of this country come forward to protest against Arnab's incarceration in jail as I'm seeing now. Just now, a friend of mine from New York called me and said, Mohan, what is happening in Maharashtra? Why is Maharashtra doing all this? They're a leading state of India. Don't they know that the global reputation will be spoiled if they go after people like this? With the gross abuse of power. On your TV screen, I'm seeing people all over the world protest.
Yes.
I'm seeing Indian citizens protest all over India. I've never seen it happen for any journalist. That means Arnab has struck a chord in the heart of every Indian because he's been fighting for the truth. He's been fighting for India. He's standing up for India at a time when much of India's media has compromised with the ancient regime, compromising with tyranny, compromising with despotism across the country because they're sharing the spoils. They don't have the courage to stand up, but they're going after Narendra Modi.
You have said it, Mohandas Pai. Is the ancient regime getting back at us?
We have a major general of the Indian Army, a retired general, who's gone to his commander-in-chief. I have never seen a major general or any retired military people go to the commander-chief to protest an injustice in this country happening to a civilian. We have seen so much of action, and in the court today, what the court today, Bombay High Court did was very wrong. If the court had decided that Sessions Court should do it, they could have told in the first day. Why go through this hearing? Why take 4 days?
Mohandas Pai, you spoke about a Major General who went to the Supreme Commander of the Forces with a plea. And that plea, Major General G.D. Bakshi is also joining us today. Major General Bakshi, we've been speaking to you through the day. You said today when you went to the President and you also made a similar kind of representation to the Home Minister of the country, your only plea was that you are concerned about Arnab Goswami's safety. Because when he comes out and he says that my life is in threat and the entire country watches, we are seeing a delay, but yes, we are going to follow the due process. We are going to keep fighting in the courts of the country. But today there is a sense of anguish. There is a sense of anguish that we are seeing. And you've heard people of this country actually come out and raise those questions. What do you have to say, especially when you've now gone to the President with your representation?
Look, the simple fact is, Arnab is my friend, but I'm not here just because he is my friend. More than an individual, he is an institution. And today we are deeply distressed to see our foundational freedoms under attack. Article 19 of the Constitution, gives us the freedom of expression, the freedom of speech. Article 21 gives us our liberty. No one can deprive us of our liberty except by due process of law. That process of law was stringently violated, flagrantly violated, and we were very dead certain that the Honorable Bombay High Court would take notice and set the wrong right. But we are shocked, we are appalled. Be that as it may, the Supreme Court is there, and my advice to Arnab's team is not to let him be kicked around like a football.
Not at all.
But we respectfully but firmly disagree with the judgment of the Bombay High Court, and we should take it to the Supreme Court now. The battle has to go to Delhi because the issues are of national import. It is not just one Arnab Today and Republic channel. As was brought out by Mr. Pai, tomorrow it could happen to any other news channel. And just by the way, I am editor of the Indian Military Review. And when I felt that the entire press had chickened out, one of the worst things that you encounter, I have never encountered in the uniform, is total cowardice. I'm very sorry. There is a German word called Schadenfreude. Schadenfreude. You know, enjoying the discomfiture of a colleague. For God's sake, there are foundational freedoms involved. There is the freedom of the press is one of the pillars of this democracy that differentiates us from Pakistan, that differentiates from Xi Jinping's China. Yep. We went to our Supreme Commander. I have been desperately for the last 2 days trying to get an audience with the Honorable Home Minister, Amit Shah ji. I've been desperately trying. Unfortunately, I've not been able to get through. We sent the letter just in case, you know, there is a delay, because I understand he's a busy man and may not always have the time. But my point at issue is very simple. There is something very basic involved today that concerns us all. It's not just Arnab.
Yes.
It's just not Republic. You may like his style of journalism, you may not, but there is a foundational freedom issue of that involved. The citizens of this country are asking, the expat Indians are asking, if it could happen to such a prominent citizen. What will happen to an ordinary citizen tomorrow?
Jai Bakshi, let me take this question to Sambit Patra. Sambit Patra, Mohandas Pai mentioned about an ancient regime. You think an ancient regime is getting back? You know what I mean when I say ancient regime or Mohandas Pai says ancient regime. It's the Congress party.
See, let me be very frank here. I mean, I don't want to kill words within my heart tonight. And tonight I want to be politically incorrect at many instances. First, I begin by apologizing to... Yes, I would love to be politically incorrect tonight. And let me first begin by apologizing to thousands of people who have been relentlessly calling me. And randomly, I have picked up these unknown numbers and people have cried in my phone saying that kuch to kariye. Arnab ko kuch bhi karke nikaliye. First, my folded hands. Sorry, I cannot pick all your numbers. Most of us are receiving phone calls from across the country, and love for Arnab is, I mean, I would say something which I have not seen for any journalist as yet. But well, yes, it's not humanly possible for all of us to pick all the numbers, but we assure you, justice will ultimately prevail. There are certain things which cannot be spoken about on a television channel, and please have faith. Have faith in the constitution of the country. I would not say have faith in Bharatiya Janata Party or the government, because Bharatiya Janata Party and the government runs on the constitution of this country. We derive our energy from the constitution of our country. So please have faith in the constitution of the country. No one can dare harm Arnab Goswami, number one. Number two, now I would go ahead to say that, remember, I'm predicting today something. I mean, this is the changing movement of Arnab's life. This movement is going to change the Arnab that we used to see. I would henceforth call Arnab the Mandela of Indian media. Nelson Mandela of Indian media. He's going to change the Indian media for all times to come. Remember, Gandhi became Mahatma Gandhi when he was thrown out of a running train by the Britishers. That in fact gave him the determination that made him what he was. He became Gandhi because he was meted out with a kind of torture that he was not supposed to take. That torture that Arnab is facing today, let me tell all Indians, we are going to see a very different Arnab very soon. He is going to be the Mandela of Indian media. Number two, justice denied.
Undoubtedly, Sambit.
Because it is justice delayed. I mean, the famous saying, Yes, the kind of delay that we are seeing in justice, please to the lordships, because the lordships must be watching, with all due respect, within the precincts of the constitutional rights that I have, I would just with folded hands pray upon the lordships of this country. Lordships, we have opened our courts at midnight to protect the rights of a terrorist who has been convicted by all the levels of judiciary of this country, Yaqub Memon. What was the fault of Arnab Goswami? The only fault of Arnab Goswami is that he wanted justice for Palghar sadhus. He wanted justice for a film actor who is no more with us. He wanted a drug-free India, and he just called out few politicians. That's the reason as to why he should be tortured like this. Sorry.
No, but
India is an awakened country. India is not going down to bow.
Yeah, you know, we're all fighting, Shambhed and Aishwarya. You can take it. I just wanted to make a small point. Who takes responsibility? You know, we've been fighting tooth and nail for Arnab.
Yes.
Who takes responsibility if something happens to him? Inside, and we have a fear. Aishwarya.
Aishwarya, before you take that question, Aishwarya, before you take that question,
Mr.
just
Manan,
one
someone
point.
needs to.
One point, Aishwarya. Sambit,
Yeah, absolutely.
you said no harm will befall on Arnab. Today there are injuries on his arms. There are injuries on his spinal cord. His an officer's boots were used. He begged before the people of this country. Those visuals were beamed across the country. He begged with folded hands and appealed for Supreme Court's intervention while he kept screaming, "My life is under threat." You know, Aishwarya, you were taking a question.
Mr. Manan. Yeah, Mr. Manan. Mr. Manan, sir, the Maharashtra government seems to be playing around. So the law is very clear. It's bail and not jail. But they are playing around with it, sir.
I'm thinking whether I should speak as a sympathizer or as a lawyer. First, I would like to say as a lawyer,
both, sir,
that
please.
the Maharashtra government or I will say the investigating agency violated the section 41, which has been elaborated time and again by the Honorable Supreme Court. 1, 2. And they have violated, but unfortunately you could not encash that when the magistrate said and observed that his arrest is illegal. And you could not encash, your legal team could not encash that. Why your team has not moved an application for bail immediately? Bail would have been granted, judiciary would have given the indulgence to you people at that time, but unfortunately your team could not do that. Otherwise,
Sir,
Arnab Goswami could not have gone even for a single minute in the jail.
Mr. Manan, this is Abhishek.
Number
I should
two.
just put some facts across.
Number two.
We did go to the Sessions Court at that time, but the Sessions Court was not willing to, prioritize
I'm
the
coming on
application.
that.
They were not putting a timeline or a deadline.
Okay, let me make his point, Abhishek.
I'm coming on
Let him make his point, Abhishek.
I am coming on that. Please now let me speak.
Yes, go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Let me speak. Thereafter, instead of going to the Honorable High Court, why you have not approached the Sessions Court under Section 439 CRPC immediately? And you remember yesterday at 4 o'clock, I told at your channel that I know the decision of the Honorable High Court tomorrow, because after closure of the report, police can investigate further under Section 173 subsection 8 of the CRPC.
Yeah.
But your team is so good. Top lawyers are with you, but unfortunately, you should have also indulged and taken a good trial court lawyer also there.
Sir,
and I will still request you people, you will find it
Ranjana Kumari.
that concept of a bail is usually bail, not jail. This is the concept. But unfortunately in this case,
sir, I can assure
again
you,
the Honorable High Court should have given the indulgence, which they did not. It is unfortunate because it is a
Mr.
case
Manan.
which was a fit case for bail.
Mr. Manan, I can assure you,
given the indulgence under Section 482 of the CRPC.
Mr. Manan, we can assure you that we have taken every legal remedy that's possible. Trust us when we say that. We've all, we're not just fighting as a team, and we know the kind of support that we're getting from across India. And you know, Mr. Manan, I understand what you're saying. I know that you also may be anguished as a lawyer, right? And a lot of people are also talking to us. Ranjana Kumari, you know, this is the only thing that keeps us going, the support of the people. The manner in which people are coming out and speaking out. People are speaking out. People are our voice. We keep saying that we are Republic. Sir, we keep saying that, you know, you are Republic, we are just your voice. And this is what we mean when we see, I mean, you look at the kind of support that we're getting from across the world. Ranjana Kumari, nobody's voice can be louder than the voice of the people.
Well, absolutely. I think from day one, we are saying, and we are making it very clear, Arnab is not a criminal. He is a journalist. He has a point of view. And within the Constitution of India, you have right to express. Everybody is saying that. Due process of law in his case has not been followed. You can see the state government's influence clearly. And that is why all this zigzag is happening. All this zigzag is happening because, look, he has challenged the drug lobby. He has challenged, you know, people who have been part of all these, you know, things in Sushant Singh Rajput's case. He has challenged, you know, so many questions he has raised that people who are really sitting in positions of power and enjoying or perhaps giving protection to all this are the people who are feeling.
Yes, and Ranjana Kumari, that's exactly, no, that's exactly why you're seeing the kind of support, and I know you also stand with us in this fight. You've said that Arnab has challenged these lobbies, and that is why he's facing what he's facing. And this voice that you also have been speaking about, Ranjana ji, one representative is there with us on the show tonight, Neil Banerjee, a technology executive from Silicon Valley. NRIs abroad have been holding protests. Some of them have said they're also going to write to the State Department seeking cancellation of visas of members of the Maharashtra government because they feel rights of the citizens have been trampled upon. Neil, you also have been leading these protests. What is the sentiment there?
I think what I would say is that this is all the NRIs. I'm just representing being in Silicon Valley, but we are members of group of people from all over the world, and all of us are really appalled by what is going on. There seems to be a bigger problem here. Many of us have left India many years ago with the hope that in the future many things will change. It looks like it's not changed at all. It's the same old tricks, put it in different bags. That is what is going on. The other part is the NRIs are all professionals and they have an affinity towards India. And that's why you see so many protests. We have friends from Canada, India, as well as Singapore, Middle East, Europe, and US, of course, Australia. But this is amazing what is really going on in India. It's like nobody could comprehend. First of all, it feels like the judiciary system is broken, trying to delay tactics. Put the
So we can't cast aspersions on the court.
Keep on going.
No, we have faith in the judiciary. Let me tell you, Neil, we have faith in our judiciary. You know, we shouldn't cast aspersions on our judiciary. Okay. Yeah, Aishwarya wants to come.
That's
Aishwarya
fine,
wants to come.
but then the time going on with all these problems, it's not going to go away.
Absolutely, Neil.
Ranjana wants to say,
Shivani, but I'm going to Dr.
Ranjana wants to make a point.
She's a doctor.
Aishwarya, Ranjana wants to make a point and you take it. Ranjana wants to make a point and you take it.
I think I want to tell Sambit Patra, instead of giving all these big accolades and, you know, we all agree with whatever you are saying, but, you know, you need to do more. You sitting in position of power in central government, you have to ensure that his life is safe inside the jail. We all know what all happens. We are sufferers of emergency. My whole family, my whole khandan was in jail during emergency put by Congress party, Mrs. Gandhi, and we all know what all happened to people. JP's kidney got destroyed in jail. And then when he came out, you know, there was no other going back in terms of his health. So, Sambit Patra is not giving all these big
Absolutely,
speeches.
Ranjana ji.
Please do more.
Absolutely, Ranjana ji. Sambit, I'll come to you. but I'm going to Dr. Ranjit Sandhu, who's a doctor from London. Ma'am,
I'll just take a few
ma'am,
seconds.
from Lucknow to London.
I'll take a few
Okay, Aishwarya, let him respond. Okay, Aishwarya, you want to let him
Sambit,
respond?
I'm coming to you.
Okay, let him respond and then you can take runs.
Yeah, okay, Sambit, go on. Sambit, go on.
General Bakshi wants to come in next. Okay, General Bakshi after Shambit. General Bakshi after Shambit.
Yeah.
See, to everyone, because I'm going to speak very calmly, because what Ranjana spoke has a point, because thousands of people are tweeting, they're asking us questions, and they're saying what BJP is doing. Let me tell you, if you want me to say what BJP is doing over here, I can go ahead and spell those things, but that's only going to harm the cause of Arnab. Please, for God's sake, I mean, let's not harm the good that is going to come upon a just citizen of India, because I don't want to, first and foremost, I don't want to speak against the judicial system of this country, because the movement, as the spokesperson of a exactly, because no, just a second,
give him a few seconds, Aishwarya, give him a few seconds.
Please allow me a few seconds, because allow me a few seconds, because it's not you whom I'm addressing. Thousands and thousands of people are watching your channel. They are tweeting since number of days. Ranjana has only articulated their voice because she must have seen the Twitter that Sambit Patra, this lip service is not going to work. You have to take action. Let me tell you a few points. Suppose I start shouting and ranting against the judiciary of this country, it is going to hurt the cause of Arnab. Supposedly, I'm going to give out as to what we are doing or what we will be doing. It's only going to harm the cause of Arnab. I really don't want to harm the cause of Arnab. And I have assured you,
people are fighting,
unequivocally, have faith, Constitution is going to win. Constitution is going to win. It's not that we are sitting here without taking
people's
any notes.
voice
We are
will
not
triumph.
It's not that
General Bakshi, people's voice will triumph.
Amit, you do or not, the people won't. The politics is at play, General Bakshi.
Justice is going
Politicians
to
are doing what they do the best.
going to win.
But the people of this country have come out on the streets.
Yes.
The politicians are doing what they do the best. The politicians are doing, General Bakshi, what they do the best. They know how to speak. But what I'm telling you that the people of this country are out on the streets, sir.
Thank you. I was there too on the streets at Janpath and other places, and we are going to have a lot more till he comes out. But, you know, I have a lot of regards for Sambit Patra as a very fine gentleman. I want to tell you something, Sambit. You know, the Taloja jail, it has got hardened criminals like Abu Salem and a whole lot of half the gang of Dawood Ibrahim. You know, we have a genuine apprehension because the way the rule of law has collapsed in Maharashtra, gone, Samved, gone.
That's the truth.
So he was kicked around.
You know, it's become a mafia state.
So he was kicked around and taken in a blacked out van.
And we are now apprehensive. You all remember, can I please finish?
Yes, go ahead.
Can I please finish? We all remember, Samvit, you and I were on the programs of Arnab when Sarabjit was murdered in a Pakistani jail by the criminals.
Yes.
You see, this is the apprehension that the people of this country have. This is the apprehension that Arnab expressed in no uncertain terms. All that I'm saying is, you know, Sambit, I also, hopefully as a military veteran, have some level of access, and I will try and go as far as I can.
General Bakshi.
But, you know, I want you to please convey. You know, I'll just finish.
Go ahead.
I want you to please convey that when Rangana Kangana Ranaut was attacked, she had appealed to the Home Minister, the Honorable Home Minister, and he was kind enough and prompt enough to give her protection through central agencies. All that we are saying is there is palpable threat perception to Arnab.
We are not asking for anything special. General Bakshi, 1 minute.
This is the job of the executive.
No, General Bakshi, 1 minute. I want to come in and Abhishek can also come in.
I'll just finish this.
Sir, we don't want anything special, sir. We don't want anything special. We just want the rule of law. We don't want anything special. We just want them to be safe.
We are saying that. Can I just finish?
Go ahead.
You are getting me wrong. You are getting me wrong then.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
The life of Arnab is under genuine threat. I'm sure the Intelligence Bureau has far more resources than we have.
Yeah.
His life is under threat. You all know the reputation of the jail he has been ensconced in.
Yes.
He deserves Zulu protection.
Sir, he was taken there for a reason.
In the light of the complete breakdown of law and order.
He was taken there for a reason.
Complete breakdown of law and order.
He was taken there for a reason.
Complete breakdown of law and order in the state of Maharashtra. The citizenry of this country has lost all faith.
Sir,
you will have to step in and see there are many pillars of democracy. The judiciary is doing its job. If we don't get satisfaction from High Court, we go to the Supreme Court.
Sir, I want to make a point.
To go.
Sir,
but
very responsibly, I want to make a point.
The executive can do.
General Bakshi, very responsibly, I want to make a point. Very responsibly. Let me tell you, sir, with all responsibility, he was taken to Taloja for a reason. And let me tell you, we are all journalists and we have sources. We know, and we had a tip-off about all of this. Let me tell you, with all responsibility. And that is why we are worried. We don't know Arnab's condition right now. We don't know Arnab's condition right now. Whether there are people in his cell, who are the people in his cell, how many people are in his cell, if he's got a protection outside his cell, we don't know. Right? But I know one thing, and our entire team at Republic knows one thing, that he was picked up in fake cases. If anybody's read the closure report, if any of you have read the closure report, please read it. 1 fake case, 2 fake cases, 3 fake cases, 10 fake cases, 11 fake cases. How many more fake cases?
And that happened on the 4th. On the 8th, there was another litany of falsehoods that was put out where publications went ahead and said Arnab has been taken to the Taloja jail at 6 in the morning because he was using his phone for social media. Everybody who follows Arnab knows this, that the only way he communicates with his viewers is through the Republic media networks, through the republicworld.com. We want to bring in Ranjit Sandhu here. Yeah. Go ahead, Aishwarya.
Yeah.
Go on,
Sagarika, go on.
Dr. Ranjit Sandhu, consultant, a surgery and eye surgeon, joining us from London. You've also been leading these protests. We've heard your voices. We've played those videos. Yesterday, there were NRIs from 15 to 16 countries who came together. We saw them break down. We saw people with folded hands say, "Save Arnab." Here we are talking about the basic fundamental rights of a citizen. When a citizen is denied access to his lawyer, when he's picked up at 6 in the morning, pulled, lugged into a police van that is covered with blinders, from where he screams and appeals to the courts of this country, to the central government too, that my life is under threat. Today we do not know what his state is. All we know is that there are injuries on his body. All we know that his spinal cord is injured. All we know that there are injuries on his veins as well. All we know that there was liquid shoved down his throat. You're protesting from abroad. You have a message to send. You have a message to send to the powers that be.
Thank you for having me on this panel. And as you know, I'm not a politician, I'm not a lawyer, and I'm certainly not a journalist. But I'm not dialing in from London just for me. I'm representing the voices across the world. We had a global Zoom meeting, a global protest. People are out in the streets, be it Australia, be it America. So we are all united, not just globally, not just in India, but across the world. And you've seen our Zoom meetings, you've seen our protests that we've conducted. I'm going to speak from the heart today. The screen that you're running alongside, it shows Arnab in a caged van. That is barbaric. Nobody in their sane frame of mind would even treat an animal like that. Even animals are given a certain amount of dignity, a certain amount of care. Which government is actually allowed to treat humans the way Arnab is currently being treated? Yes, is this the India everybody fought for? Is this the the independence that everybody fought for? Is this the independent India you'd like to see today? Well, I certainly don't. 30 years ago, I left the country, and it's sad to see the kind of state it is in. The Honorable Prime Minister has said for NRIs to come back and invest, to come back and launch projects. You are just alienating us. I don't feel safe in this country anymore. What has Arnab actually done? He has the power of intellect. He has the power of speech. He has the power of his pen. Well, oppose him, but oppose him on fair ground. Why the torture? Why the barbaric behavior?
Well, they wanted to send an example, Dr. Sandhu. They wanted to set an example of Arnab. They wanted to set an example that if you try and cross the line and you try and question us, we will make an example of you. And you know what the larger message is? No one's going to come to your help. Nobody, no. The message is, Aishwarya, nobody's going to come to your help. What they don't realize is that irrespective of who's with us, we know that the people are with us.
Yeah.
And that's all matters to us. That's all matters to us. That is all. If you're looking at the bottom of your screens, there are 3 million people who have responded officially to Republic TV pledging support for Arnab. Those are people with access to technology. 2.5 million tweets. 6 lakh people who have signed a petition, who've taken the time out. That's 3 million or 30 lakh people. Crores of people don't have the time or access to technology. I don't know how many people more. And if they think that people are going to get scared, they don't know how many more people are going to speak out in the next few days. Thank you, Shambit, Smita, Mohandas Pai, Ranjana Kumari, Janal Bakshi, K.K. Manan, Ranjit Sandhu, Jagdish Sawani, okay, he didn't join us, and Neil Banerjee. Thank you very much. Really appreciate your support, and that's the most important thing tonight. Arnab is not here. We believe that we are his voice. And we thank each one of you for being here with us. Thank you.